everybody, it's Jay the Nerd here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to get all the nerdy content you'll ever need every Wednesday and Saturday. First, we're going to be talking about video games. Now, I had a really hard time picking my favorites for this month because this month I've been going absolutely crazy and playing tons and tons of games to distract me and take up my time during this pandemic. And it was really difficult. I played a lot of really great games this month, but I already did a review of Bugsnax a couple of weeks ago, so I won't be putting that in my monthly favorites, even though it was a really good game. But first, with games, I'm going to be talking about Persona 5 Royal. Now, I did not play the original Persona 5, my fiance did, and he told me that Persona 5 Royal would probably be the best choice for me because it has a lot more story added to it and they fix some of the flaws of the original game and make some stuff easier. So I'm like, sounds good. So I played Persona 5 Royal. Now, I'm not even halfway through the game right now because it is a gajillion hours long, but I've made a good chunk of the way through, so I feel like I can talk about this perfectly, and I'm obsessed. I love it so much. The gameplay is really fun, but honestly, the biggest thing for me is the characters, and I love every single character in this game. They're all amazing. I love every single one of them so much, and I just feel so deeply for all of them. I just love them. I know I haven't met all the characters yet because I'm not finished with the game, but the characters I've met so far, I'm absolutely in love with. I love all of them so much, and the whole concept of the game is really great. Basically, you go into this other world that is created by like the desires of someone's heart, and you fight people to change their heart in the real world and make them confess their crimes or be better people or whatever. And you kind of meet people, make friends, and they kind of join your team to help you with this fight. And there's a lot of like regular life stuff that you get to do too, like going to school, shopping, going to movies, stuff like that. It's really fun RPG, and I love it so much. Next, I'm going to be talking about Melody of Memory, which was the newest Kingdom Hearts game. And as you know from my last monthly favorites video, I'm obsessed with Kingdom Hearts now. And Melody of Memory was no different. It was really fun. If you don't know, it was a rhythm game, so you get to relive all of the Sora's memories from all of the games through a rhythm game, through music. And the whole concept is that Kairi is looking through her heart, through her memories, to access Sora's memories because they're connected and all that, to try and figure out where he is, because at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 he disappeared. And it's really fun, and there's some extra story bits that connect it to the next Kingdom Hearts game, which who freaking knows when that's going to be, but it's really fun, and I really liked it. And then the final one I'm going to be talking about is God of War. Now, God of War came out a couple of years ago, but it always was intimidating to me. Like, I was convinced that the gameplay it was too difficult of a game for me and I wouldn't be able to do it. But in the last few months, my confidence in my gaming abilities has changed a lot. I don't know if it's because, I'm finally, transitioning and being myself or whatever. I've gained a lot of confidence, or maybe it's just because I have so much free time on my hands with the pandemic and everything. But I finally decided to give it a shot, and I actually did it. And I beat the final boss on my own without my fiance's help, which is an extreme accomplishment for me, and I'm very proud of myself, and it was a really great game. It deals with Norse mythology. If you like that, I think you will like this game, and it's just really good, and I understand why everybody freaking loved it when it came out. Next, I'm going to be talking about anime. Now, I really haven't been watching a lot of anime lately because I've been so obsessed with playing games and not really wanting to do anything else. When I'm like take breaks to eat meals, I've been catching up on YouTube, so basically all I've been doing is watching YouTube and playing games, and that's it. But I have been occasionally watching Demon Slayer because I've been going through that finally after all the hype of everyone talking about it. And I really enjoy it so far. I understand why so many people love it. I'm not very far in yet. I haven't gotten to that famous episode 19, I think it is, that everyone raves about. But I'm sure I will soon, and I really, really enjoy it. It's about a guy who slays demons. Wow, you would have never guessed that from the title. But I'm not going to give anything else away. But honestly, if you love Buffy, Supernatural, any kind of those supernatural demon hunty kind of shows, I think that you will like this. It's really good, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Now next, something different. Next, I'm going to be talking about Webtoons. And I'm going to be talking about Webtoons because I didn't read any manga this month except for the weekly My Hero Academia chapters, which I've talked about in monthly favorites before. So I'm going to talk about Webtoons. And if you don't know what Webtoons are, they're basically like manga, except, you know, people are uploading it themselves and they're not going through a publisher like manga would. And it's independent artists and writers putting together their own like webtoons, web comics, web mangas. And a lot of them have Patreons where you can support their work. But otherwise, it's free to read. And I've been reading a lot of them the last few months. But my favorite definitely is Lore Olympus. And it's another mythology thing. Are you seeing a theme here? I like mythology. And it follows the story of Hades and Persephone. And don't worry, they are not related in this version of their story. So don't be like, ew, incest. That's not what it is. And it's a beautiful story. It tells the kind of like a modern version of mythology in like Olympus, where they're all like on their phones, using social media, gossiping. Like it's a really interesting way to see all these gods like interacting with each other, but they still do some typical stuff to their mythology, if you know mythology at all. And it's a romance, and it's a beautiful romance, and I love it. And I read the entire thing in 2 days, and now I have to wait weekly, and it's torture. Next, I'm gonna be talking about TV. Now again, haven't done much besides games and YouTube, but the one TV I did watch this month was Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, because it's based on a novel that I read when it came out in 2010 and I absolutely loved. And it's only 8 like 30-minute episodes on Netflix, so it was a breeze. I watched it in like a day, and it's really, really good. It's basically about these two teenagers who, through this red notebook at a bookstore, send each other dares and get to know each other. And it's a really unconventional, fun romance, and I really enjoyed it. Next, I'm going to be talking about movies. And this is literally the only movie I watched this month, but it was a good one. It's called Happiest Seasons, and it stars Kristen Stewart, and it is a lesbian romance Christmas movie. Woo! I literally just wanted to watch it because of that, but also because Kristen Stewart, because I have a crush on her, and she's just amazing. And she was amazing in this movie, and it's basically Kristen Stewart and her girlfriend have been living together for a while, and she goes to meet her girlfriend's parents for Christmas and realizes that her girlfriend has never come out to their parents about being gay, so they have to hide their relationship and pretend they're just roommates, and hijinks ensue. And it is really funny and really good, and I loved every minute of it. So if you're looking for, you know, a lesbian Christmas movie, because who isn't, I definitely suggest Happiest Seasons. It's on Hulu, and it's really, really good. Now, that's all I have for you today. On Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about my birthday, because my 28th birthday is on Wednesday, and I'm going to be doing like a last year in my life review kind of thing. So if you're into learning about people's lives and the last year that they had, go ahead and give that video a watch on Wednesday, and I will see you then. Bye!